in the Heartland, and gunfire erupts in downtown, leaving 2 in the hospital and several arrested on the scene. Omaha police say they were responding to a call regarding a possible fight that quickly upgraded to a shooting. It happened at 11th and Douglas shortly after midnight. One victim found on scene with critical injuries. About 30 minutes later, OPD learned another victim had been taken to the hospital by a private vehicle. Right now, we do not know how serious that victim's injuries are. And up